What's up, y'all? How you doing? This is Sunko, and today is 2022 January 10th, and how are you guys doing? I'm good, and tonight I'm going to talk about stock. Okay, let's see what's been up with stock lately. These days I see a lot of people screaming because obviously, uh, most of stock is a downtrend. Hmm. I don't know what people are thinking these days, but normally, the people who are really good at stock say, uh, hmm, crisis is chance, because when crisis comes, price of its stock goes down, and the more it goes down, the more chance you have, because the value of its stock, it's still high, but then the price is low, so it's a really good chance for you to get great stock with cheaper price, which is good because uh, that's opportunity for you to earn money. Uh, anyway, let's see what's been up. Let's go through some of the articles. Okay. Mm. Tonight I'm gonna go to Yahoo Finance, and what else we have? A Market Beat, Zacks Investment. Let's take a look at some of the interesting articles, and here's the next terrifying hurdle for the stock market. Okay, next terrifying hurdle. Interesting article. Hmm. It's most of stock that I have is all downtrend. It's all reddish, mm, instead of greenish. European markets fall as traders watch rising COVID cases. Uh, Stock futures mix, tech shares renew declines, seeing at least 6% dividend yield. Omicron threatens to spoil IPO coming out parties. Stock market news live updates. Why New Year's chaos may signal a more balanced but volatile stock market in 2022. These are the 5 best stocks to buy and watch now. Bond King Jeffrey Garnage predicts the dollar will dive. Tesla and Nvidia are picked for big gains by this robot trader. It's been right before. One chart reveals the sector rotation in the stock market. 4 popular alternatives to PayPal. China's metaverse pioneer analyst picks 6 stocks to emulate Facebook Roblox, and other 2021 winners. 9 ways Warren Buffett's frugal habits can help you save money just like a billionaire. Stocks fall further as US yield climb unnerves investors. Here's the market move Cathie Wood says is ridiculous as her flagship fund spotters. Bitcoin approaches death approach as Goldman foresees 4 Fed rate hikes this year. Many young investors don't remember dot-com era. 10 important cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin. Earnings won't be as good as Wall Street thinks. What that means for stocks. Ford stock is still a buy after Apple run, says analyst. It might not be what you think, the best performing stock in the world. Coca-Cola just got Twitter. The stock looks like a buy. Okay. Here's the next terrifying hurdle for the stock market morning brief. We've learned a few important things early on in 2022. First, this may truly be the year of the NFT. After rising out of nowhere in 2021, the market ferociously boosted the valuation of dying retailer GameStop late last week on speculation it would make a full-throated attempt at an NFT marketplace. Meantime, NFT platform OpenSea just raised $300 million at a $13.3 billion valuation as our sister publication TechCrunch details. The company just brought on veteran CFO Brian Roberts, another sign it sees a long runway for growth in the next 5 years, which may lead to an IPO. Another learning is that economists' cause of peak inflation by the first half of the year appear premature. That was one takeaway, at least for me, from earnings reports last week. Hmm. And it goes on and on and on and talking about the next terrifying hurdle for the stock market. Hmm. For the second quarter, our inflation was up 16.5%. I've been in this industry a long time. I've never seen inflation like that. We're seeing cost increases across our materials areas. We buy a lot of animal proteins. Those costs in the quarter were up 70%. We're also seeing inflation in the transportation and logistics markets. Mobbig said economy company maker of Slim Jeans and frozen food has implemented another round of price increases. And that brings me to the final lesson for you today. We've learned that market really, really, really hates that the Federal Reserve will be jacking up interest rates this year. FANG, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google stocks are under severe pressure as treasury yields have climbed higher. Software stocks have been slammed too. The question you need to be asking yourself at the moment is, does the market hate Fed rate hikes enough? Looked at another way, has the market properly accounted for the Fed moving faster with rate hikes to get inflation under control? I would argue stocks haven't priced in any rate hikes from the Fed this year, or the end of quantitative easing, but obviously that is one person's view and is of course up for debate. Because Dear friends, all of this is likely to be the next major hurdle for stocks, a more heavy handed fad than the market thinks. Here are a couple thoughts on the beginning to circulate Wall Street. We believe Fed officials are coming to the same conclusion that the labor market is very tight, making it a tough sell to hold off on the first hike until June, our prior call. We can now see lift off in March, followed by a quarterly pace of hikes thereafter. Hmm. European markets fall as traders watch rising COVID cases and expected rate hikes. European stocks market had a cautious session on Monday amid a burst of new reported coronavirus cases and impact of earlier than expected rate hikes in the US. In London, the FTSE 100 fell 0.2% by noon trade, while the French CAC tumbled 0.6% after the bell, and the DAX was 0.5% lower in Germany. Oil and gas stocks managed to outperform, while household goods remained under pressure, as well as a slump for house builders. The UK government is reportedly looking for property developers to take on a greater share of the cost of repairing dangerous apartment blocks. In the wake of the Grenfell tragedy of 2017, many flat owners have been left with Warner's coach for replacing flammable cladding, and the latest reports on who will foot the bill should come as no surprise to the sector in that context. Hmm. The house builders have benefited from generous incentives such as Help to Buy and the Mortgage Guarantee Scheme in recent years. However, state support is not a one-way street, and the sector needs to do its bit to look after its customers. Hmm. Okay. Omicron threatens to spoil IPO coming out parties. I can obviously see the vibe here. Like vibe here is that it's all negative. Uh, People in this market sees that see it as a not a good sign. Obviously, hmm. What well it's the inflation that people has never seen. That most of products out there is going up. Hmm. And what's worse, Omicron and coronavirus is getting worse. The situation here is not going in a way that we wanted. Uh, hmm. These are the five best stocks. While it's happening, there are still stocks that people recommend. And here it says about five articles that people should buy. And let's see what it is. Um, Buying a stock is easy, but buying the right stock without a time-tested strategy is incredibly hard. It's okay. So, what are the best stocks to buy now or put on a watch list? Hmm. General Motors, Lois, Hilton Worldwide, ST Microelectronics, and Tenergy Energy are prime candidates. Okay, some are already put on my watch list, and I see some that are not on my watch list. Uh, Here it says, in this term, time tested strategy. Since the coronavirus bearish market, stocks rebounded powerfully. The strong action reflected rising confidence that the economy will eventually recover from the coronavirus. But as inflation worries grow, there are also signs the stock market is hitting uncertain waters. Last month, the Federal Reserve held its final meeting of the year. Stocks have coming under pressure after the recently released Fed minutes showed a more hawkish approach to interest rates and bond purchase tapering than initially thought. The crucial ingredients. Remember, there are thousands of stocks trading on the NYSE and Nasdaq, but you want to find the hmm, very best stocks right now to generate massive gains. The Kane Slim system offers clear guidelines on what you should be looking for. Invest in stocks with recent quarterly and annual earnings growth of at least 25%. Look for companies that have new, game changing products and services. Also, consider not yet profitable companies, often recent IPOs that are generating tremendous revenue growth. IBD's Kane Slim investing system has a proven track record. Okay, it's another commercial. Let's skip. In addition, keep an eye on supply and demand for stock itself. Focus on leading stocks in top industry groups and aim for stocks with strong institutional support. Once you have found a stock that fits the criteria, it is then time to turn to stock charts to plot a good entry point. You should wait for a stock to form a base and then buy once it reaches a buy point. Ideally in heavy volume. In many cases, stock reaches a proper buy point when it breaks above the original high on the left side of the base. More information on what a base is and how charts can be used to win big on the stock market can be found here. Commercial. Okay, don't forget the M when buying stocks. General Motors, Lowe's, ST Microelectronics, Hilton Worldwide, Cheniere Energy. I think GM stock is already on my watch list. Let's see if it is true or not. GM stock, GM, General Motors Company. No, it's not. Okay, it's gonna be on my watch list from now on. Okay, it's already added. Okay, GM stock. And what else we have? Lowest company. Not this it. ST Microelectronics stock sounds very technical. Shares have formed flat base with buy point of 52.25 over the last 7 weeks. It's trying to break out of a flat base with an ideal buy point of 52.25. Shares could offer up on an early entry if they go back above the recent high of 50.24. The stock tested support at 50-day moving average amid recent market turmoil. Over the past 3 quarters, earnings have grown by an average of 174%. Growth slowed in the most recent quarter, but still came in 96% better year over year. We believe the automotive industry is going through the most dramatic transformation in its history, driven by the simultaneous disruptive forces of electrification and intelligence autonomy, Ramsey said. Our best idea for 2022 is the accelerating content growth opportunity for power semiconductors in the drivetrains of tomorrow's electric vehicles. Okay, whatever. Let's see. ST Microelectronics stock. ST Micro. Okay, it's going to be added on my watch list. Let's put this on my watch list. Tesla and Nvidia are picked for big gains by this robot trader. It's been right before. The artificial intelligence power four popular alternative to PayPal. PayPal is almost synonymous with online payments, but it is not alone in the growing digital money space. Nearly every consumer market is moving online. For example, consider how Amazon overtook Walmart as the world's largest retailer. Consumers are turning to online payment systems in record numbers every year. The industry for online payment platform is always innovating, and major players are starting to take notice is there is a lot more room for competitor service. Apple, Google, and Samsung have all created rival platforms, and there are plenty of lesser non-alternatives already available in the online payments marketplace. Mm. There's a PayPal. Other service that we can find is Skrill is one of the best non-PayPal alternatives. The major area where Skrill touts its services over PayPal. Where Skrill touts its services over PayPal is in terms of a transaction cost. PayPal earns 4.5% for a merchant transaction fee, while Skrill charges somewhere between 2.5% and 4%. One area of concern for private users is the inactivity fees. If Skrill accounts are not used for 12 months, small charge of $5 is assessed. PayPal's biggest advantage over Skrill is in terms of merchant acceptance. It's simply easier for many shoppers to use PayPal because almost every major retailer is PayPal accessible. For private users, though, Scroll is a good option as it has zero deposit fees. Zero fees for withdrawals and sending and receiving money is free. Payoneer. Payoneer is one of the most popular electronic platforms in the world. It started around the same time as PayPal, and like PayPal, operates in more than 150 countries. Payoneer, I've seen this before. Google Pay Send, Stripe. Non-ways Warren Buffett's frugal habits can help you save money just like a billionaire. It looks like this is interesting story. Let's read this through it. Okay. Warren Buffett might have billions of dollars to his name, but unlike other celebrities and financial gurus, he prefers to live life simply for the most part. The investing icon practices what he preaches. When it comes to financial discipline, saving, and paying off debt, Buffett gave an early warning last May about today's higher prices when he told the live stream audience of over 28 million during Berkshire Hathaway's annual meeting that substantial inflation was already hitting businesses. When one of the world's most successful investors raises concerns about rising prices, it's probably a good time to apply some well-tested strategies to tighten your belt. Your non-ways Buffett's frugality can help you save and spend wisely. Well, most billionaires bulk up on expensive real estate. Buffett originally paid $31,500 for his Omaha, Nebraska home, and he's lived there for over 60 years. Wow, how frugal he is. His home is by no means tiny, however. Five-bedroom house has had plenty of renovations and additions over the decades, and is worth about $1 million today. It's also protected by fences and security cameras, and most likely has a good homeowner's insurance policy as well. Buffett has no plans to move out, calling the house the third best investment I ever made in a 2010 letter to Berkshire Hathaway shareholders. He rarely takes out loans. Buffett's one day an Oni, when an Oni mortgage was on a vacation home in Laguna Beach, California, that he purchased in 1971, although he certainly had the cash to afford the $150,000 listed seaside property. He's told CNBC that he took out the 30-year mortgage loan because I thought I could probably do better with the money than have it be an all-equity purchase of the house. He decided to use extra cash on hand for shares in Berkshire Hathaway, the company that brought him billions. Buffett's point about not locking up capital still resonates. And if you own your home, you have options to free up some of your capital by refinancing quickly at today's historically low rates before they rise this year, as forecasters expect. He buys breakfast cheap. Well, Buffett could simply have a personal chef cook him a gourmet breakfast. He often grabs Mickey D's on his way to work. He says he doesn't like to spend more than $3 on his morning meal. When I'm not feeling quite so prosperous, I might go with a $2, which is 2 sausage patties, and then I put them together and pour myself a Coke, he says. $3 is a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, but the market's down this morning, so I'll pass up the $3 and go with the $2. Instead of going out for meals or buying a latte from Starbucks every day, make your own lunches and coffee. When you buy online, you might be able to get a better deal with some help comparison shopping. He buys markdown cost. Markdown. He doesn't splurge on brands. Buffett doesn't much care for designer suits or the latest iPhone model. He relied on his $20 flip phone for years before swapping it out for the Apple smartphone in 2020. He doesn't invest with borrowed money. He does what he loves. He finds creative ways to save. He uses cash, not credit. Stocks soar further as U.S. yield climb unnerves investors. Stock markets fell again on Monday as U.S. Treasury yields reached a new 2-year high. Investors fretted about the prospect of rising interest rates and a surge in COVID-19 infections. Monday's drop follows on from a bruising first week of the year when a strong signal from the Federal Reserve that it would tighten policy faster to tackle inflation. On and on and on. Not really important. Here's the market move Cathie Wood says is ridiculous as her flagship fund sputters. Cathie Wood, the store fund manager and chief executive of ARK Invest, in a new video told investors she is sharing their pain as the flagship ARK Innovation Fund has slumped 45% since February. Ford shares have jumped 18% this year. Chrysler owner Stellantis has gained 9% and GM has climbed 6%. While Wood is still a believer that COVID-19 is accelerating innovation, she isn't a buyer of the rally in automotive stocks since the new year. On news including Ford doubling the rate of production of the electric version of the F-150. I look at the performance of stocks like GM and Ford. They soared on those electric vehicle announcements, she said. That's ridiculous. Bitcoin approaches death crouch as Goldman forces 4 Fed rate hikes this year. Many young investors don't remember dot-com era. So many young investors, even those who are in their mid-30s, are too young to remember the dot-com era. They have been investing in a world where growth stocks were rewarded. They have been investing in a world where growth stocks were rewarded, large and small. 10 important cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin. Altcoins sometimes present themselves as modified or improved versions of Bitcoin. Given the volatility of Bitcoin prices, you may wish to keep an eye on these 10 alternatives. What are the 10 alternatives he lists? Altcoins, tokens, Ethereum. The first Bitcoin alternative is on our list. Ethereum is a decentralized software platform that enables smart contracts and decentralized applications to be built and run without any downtime, fraud, control, or interference from a third party. Litecoin, Cardano, and on and on and on. Oh. Coca-Cola just got Twitter. The stock looks like a buy. Has had a rip-roaring start to 2021. Prevailing trends make it likely that the soft drink giants will continue its gains. Okay. Let's go over to market beats. Latest news. We have latest news and we have popular articles. Dave and Buster's 3 best and bread bank stocks to buy. 2 stock sectors to invest in for 2022. 3 best and breed bank stocks to buy now. The top upgraded stocks in 2021. 3 stocks to buy after yesterday's deep. Let's look at this. When you consider all your options, you may wonder what stock sectors you should jump on in this new day and age. After all, with elevated inflation, turtle-like economic growth, and interest rate hikes, what should we look forward to? In November, the unemployment rate fell to 4.2%. And experts suggest that officials expect unemployment to fall even more by the end of 2022, which is a good thing. Unemployment falls, which means a lot of people will be working. More work produces more outcome. More outcome leads to more money. More money means the power of country. Industrial production increased and motor vehicle assembles rose, a suggestion that supply chain issues may slowly grind to a halt. On the other hand, economic growth may slow, and with continued inflation and interest rate hikes, it is clear that certain industries or market sectors will outperform others. 2 sectors will see success in the year to come: utilities and healthcare. The utility sector provides basic services through regulated entities or non-regulated entities through contractual services. Think electricity, natural gas, and water. If you're looking for long-term holdings for stability, utilities might be your go-to in 2022. The utility fought through any financial ill effects during the COVID-19 virus. The best utility investments are companies with a top-notch financial profile and visible growth prospects. Each of the companies below meets those criteria and has the potential to produce above average total stock returns. Mm. It's hard not to list Exelon on the list of the best utility stocks. It's one of the five top publicly traded utility stocks in the US. The company has built a veritable spider web of local power plants, from fossil fuel facilities to hydroelectric dams to nuclear reactors in 48 states. Entergy, CenterPoint Energy, it's all healthcare related, not energy related companies, healthcare. Pfizer, Zimmer Biomet Holdings, Seagen Inc. is a global biotechnology company that develops cancer therapies through antibody drug conjugates. Hmm. Trending topics, in Zacks Investments. New strong buy stocks for January 10th. Stocks down after fewer job gains, but unemployment rates near 50 years low. What to expect from JP Morgan and the big banks? The power of price charts. Trust your eyes, not your ears. Mm. I'm done with looking up on the list of articles today. Nothing new, and generally, uh, I could come up with some of the points. One point is that stock market is not in a good mood. It's all negative and it's downtrend. It's all reddish. And second point is that mm, unlike the vibe in the stock market, unemployment rate falls in the U.S. and since inflation is going up because of inflation, uh, a product out there is going up uh, uh, rapidly. Mm. Anyway, things are changing really fast and like in brutal way. Mm. Some would look at it as a chance, right? Some would only be negative, because it's unstable, right? Mm. Let's read this article too. It's also about rate hike. Global shares were mixed Monday after Wall Street fell on worries the Federal Reserve will raise interest rates as soon as March. So, the Federal Reserve raised interest rates. So it causes worries um, because once it's raised, a company cannot borrow money easily from the bank because interest rate is high. So company uh, will be companies out there are afraid to investing more monies. Or they be afraid to mm, have debts. Uh, mm, they not be willing to put more money into R&D or uh, mm, investing because it would only cost a lot of money. Uh, let's see what else we have. Frankfurt and Shanghai advanced. Wall Street futures were higher. Seoul declined, while London was little changed. Japanese markets were closed for a holiday. Investors were rattled last week after notes from the latest Fed meeting showed officials thought U.S. job market is healthy enough and no longer need ultra low interest rates and other stimulus. That was reinforced by U.S. employment numbers Friday that showed stronger than expected wages, though with only about half as much hiring as forecast. Not really interesting, though. Hmm. Uh, let's look at one company and then I'll wrap this up, okay? Paddington Interactive. It's the company listed on my watch list, and it's even like there are a lot of companies on my watch list, and um within those watch list, I divided into three sectors. One is uh the one that I have to watch continuously, which is named as Good One, and the rest are looking for buy timing and my watch list. Uh, Pretty much like all of the companies listed on my watch list are all good, but then Good One is like the must watch list. So mm. A Paladin Interactive is also one of mm, the company that I just talked about, and uh like I said earlier, like it was all like today market, it's all most like radish, but then on the other hand, it's greenish. So I want to take a look at it. Hmm. I'm not looking at the chart, and it once reached the point 157. But now it's a 35, which is fairly low compared to the one where it got to 157. Mm, wow. People who invested money when it reached 157 would be devastated by now because it's a huge decrease. Mm. But like in Yahoo Finance, a lot of art like once I click on a Paladin Interactive, related articles pop up. Mm. And the first article that I can see is it's one of the stocks that I have to buy for 2022. Mm. let's look at profile of this company. Like, I know this is good company, but I cannot know the details of every company. So let's see what this company offers. Palo Alto Interactive provides interactive fitness products in North America. Internationally, it offers connected fitness products with touch screen that streams live and on-demand classes under the Peloton Bike, Peloton Tread, and Peloton Tread names. The company also provides connected fitness subscriptions for various household users, and access to various live and on-demand classes, as well as Peloton digital app for connected fitness subscribers to provide access to its classes. Wow, 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 wow. The company also provides connected fitness subscriptions for various household users. Hmm. Uh, and access to various live and on-demand classes, as well as Peloton digital app for connected fitness subscribers to provide access to its classes. Okay, that's really good. As of June 30, 2021, it had approximately 5.9 million members. Uh, the company markets and sells its interactive fitness products directly through its retail showrooms and at onepeloton.com. So now its products are being sold online. So whenever people need the product that they offer, they can just pretty much go online and buy it. Mm. Which is good. It's like a service that people living nowadays want to have. So anyway, Pal Interactive was founded in 2012, so it's been fairly old. It's been fairly long time since it was founded, and it's headquartered in New York, New York. Hmm. Hmm. Now I'm looking at the website that they made. Now it's showing us healthy people and the equipment that they use. So they're pretty much like mm, doing commercial about if you use this product, you'll be a really healthy, stuff like that. So buy this now. You can get it cheap price. It's starting at this price and pay monthly this price. Um, and now I can see that they offer classes too. And the what I can also find is that people in this commercial are all doing workout at their home, uh, watching classes at the same time. So now it's like the uh, commercial purposely like commercial uh, for the trend this day because it's Corona, Corona, not going outside. Uh, apparel classes, strength tread. Interesting company. Interesting company. Hmm. Celebrate the season with Peloton. Get a holiday sweat. Health for the holidays. 70% of members work out more than they did before joining. 70% of members work out more than they did before joining. 70% of members work out more than they did before joining. So 70% of members work out before than they did before joining. So after joining, they work out more, 70%. Mm. Okay, this is it. Pattern. Okay, interesting company. Okay, I'll finish YouTube live tonight, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Okay, bye bye.